and welcome to Thursdays with Annette. So glad you're joining me today because it's a big show because we're making a fabulous, I don't know, everyone loves a good potato bake, but today I'm making a fabulous recipe from book 6 and it's the quick and easy potato bake, and that's what we like, don't we? I love doing quick and easy. But before we get into the recipe, I've got to say, drum roll please. Today I'm launching something. I know, I'm so excited. I have to share it with you right now. I'm launching a new dairy-free vanilla breakfast shake. I know, it's fantastic. Look, so many people have been asking for dairy-free because it is something that a lot of people are concerned about now. And I'm so happy to provide this for you because it's the healthiest shake ever. It even got, for dairy-free even, a 5-star health rating. So how good is that? And you know what, vanilla, I chose vanilla because it's such a versatile flavour, because you can add fruit, you can do lots of things with it to make it different. Now also, gluten-free, nut-free, tastes amazing. But what I love about my shakes, and this one is the same, it has 8 grams of fibre and 15 grams of protein. So putting those together means you're not going to be hungry till lunchtime. And it's also a great, quick, easy lunch or dinner if you've really had a big day. Anyway, maybe someone might have a chance to win this later. But let's keep going with the show, because last week we had 3 fantastic winners that put their Simply Too Good, hashtag Simply Too Good in the comments, and they've won a personally signed copy of book 3 because we did the chicken and spinach lasagna, and that's Christine Carr, Donna Marie Andrews and Jackie Kersnovic. They've all got a personally signed copy of the book, and of course we're giving away at the end of the show. So let's just look at the ingredients we need now. So if you've just joined me, hello, it's quick and easy potato bake on the show today out of book 6. And what we need for this ingredients is a kilo of potatoes. So I weighed a kilo of taties and then I've peeled them because I thought that's boring. We don't need to be watching me peel potatoes. So that's what we've got there. You also need a teaspoon of garlic. You know, I'm using the crushed one in the jar. You can use fresh if you want. Teaspoon of the Parmesan, and I always write if it's the Kraft, that's because it's just an easier way to do it than having to grate. So that's what I've got there. So that's the Kraft Parmy. We need a tablespoon of that. You also need 2 tablespoons of this soup. It's the French onion simmer soup, salt reduced, because we're looking after our heart health as well as our hips here, so we want the low salt. So we want 2 tablespoons of that. We also need a can of evaporated light milk and half a cup of 30 gram or reduced fat cheese, which is half a cup, which is 50 grams. So, and cooking spray. Hello. Right, so let's get started because it's such an easy recipe and I think it's so much better than a lot of the ones we had. So look here, we've got them all here to dice up today. So which knife will I use? I think I'll use the red one. All right, so let me show you how I cut the potato, because it is hard when it's like this, wobbling all over. I mean, I don't want to be cutting myself. So let me show you a little tip. I cut that piece off and then I turn it over onto the cut piece. Now look how firm that is. So it's easy to cut. So first of all, I'm going to cut this little bit here. Now you want to do it fairly thin, and I get guided by my fingers. So I put it next to it. See how I'm cutting? And you want it as thin as you can. Look, that's perfect, because see how thin that is. We don't want it to be real, like you don't want to be cutting back here really far because it'll just take forever to cook. So we're going to cut through all these potatoes. Remember, it's a kilo, and then you peel. Now what I do for that last bit, because it's a bit more awkward, I turn it around, cut it, and having a sharp knife is going to really help you, and that's why I love my Neoflam knives, because they just glide through, as you can see. So once again, just watch me taking that bit off. I'm going to cut that off first. Perfect. And now it's just easy to slice those lovely slices of potato. Now you could use a variation on this. You know, if you wanted, you could replace the potato with sweet potato, you know, the orange sweet potato if you prefer. Or you could do a bit of half and half. bit of, 500 of sweet potato, 500 of potatoes, up to you. Hello, if you've just joined me, we're making quick and easy potato bake out of book 6. Now, I have got a couple of other potato recipes that are good for when you're baking. So this is out of book 6, but I've also got in book 2, I've got the traditional potato bake where it's, not classed as quick and easy. I've also got in book 2 pizza potato bake because I want to do a spin on it. And you know me, I love anything that's got pizza flavours to it. And in book 3, there's also, I did a spin on the potato bake and I call it potato slice. Now, if you haven't tried it, you should, because with that one, I grate the potato. Yeah, so it's not sliced, it's baked. All right, we've got one more potato left. And I mean, you'll have, it varies as well. Oh, let's not forget, in cooking for 1 or 2, I've also converted the potato bake into serves too. So you've got that as well. So there's my potato. I've got no room in there in my bowl. Okay, let's chop that again. So you've got the picture now. And I've got to tell you, the traditional potato bake, it can take like an hour and a half to cook it. And who can be bothered waiting that long? It's crazy. So this is where I come up with this idea, because I went, nah, that's just way too hard. So here we go. You've got your lasagna dish. Now it's a measure of 28 by 19 centimetres, measure from the base. Look, I've got potato all over the place, people. Let's spray it. Give it a coating of cooking spray. Now what you do is you start putting the potato into the dish. Like, we're going to put all the potato. And so what we're going to do, you could be fastidious and do it layer by, like, little individual pretty little slices. But hey, I'm quick. I'm just going to chuck it all in. And what we're going to do with this now, and this is how it makes it a bit fabulous, is instead of, like pouring the mix over and then putting it in the oven, I'm going to microwave it. Yes. So what you do is, and I'll show you, I'm going to put cling wrap over the top and microwave it on high for 5 minutes. Now, you don't put any water or any liquid in. You'll find that the steam from the cling wrap over the potatoes is going to cook your spuds. And that way, it's going to take way less time in the oven. I know, I'm a clever girl, aren't I? Thanks for joining me today. Hey, listen, can I just have a call out to all you lovely Melba Nights? Oh my God, my heart goes to you guys in lockdown. Please know I'm sending you lots of love, and please stay safe and healthy. So I'm thinking of you all there. And what a perfect time now that you're in there to watch all the shows and get the kids in on Tuesday, because, it's a cooking class. All right, and it's classed as schoolwork. In the microwave on high. Oh, it's come off the thing, Billy. There we go. On for 5. All right, so that's done. So let's clear this out of the way.
Jessipina asked if you can use a mandolin.
Jessipina has asked if you could use a mandolin. If you're brave enough to use it, what's it called? A mandolin. I'm always worried I'm going to chop something off, so I've never used it. But I'll tell you what, and thank you for asking that question, because normally, I'm a lazy cook, you know me. What I normally will do is, I've got a big Breville food processor, and I've got a big hole in it. I just chuck the potatoes down there, make it a thin slice, and I do it that way. But I wanted to show you that properly, because not everyone has those sort of machines in their kitchen. So that's a great question. You can use it. Anything that'll help slice it quicker makes it even easier, and I love easy. All right, so now what we're going to do, that's going to be cooking for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to make up the cheesy sauce to pour over it. Now, I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees fan force. So can I just mention though that we're having so much fun here at Simply Too Good, because guess what? We launched on Monday my winter weight loss challenge, and it's fantastic. It's going to, people are already, a lady emailed me and said, I've lost 1.5 kilos, 2 centimetres off my waist. I only started Monday. So they're busy excited about it, but you know what? Don't miss out. You can still catch up. It's only started this week. So why don't you sign up? Go to simplytoogood.com.au/membership and come join me. It's going to be great. So don't forget membership. Oh, mentoring. Oh my God, I always get it wrong. Sorry, Billy. Simplytoogood.com.au/mentoring. No? It is membership. Oh, see, I'm always right and Bill's always wrong. Do you know that, Dar? All right, so a can of evaporated light milk. Now, a traditional potato bake is called heart attack bake. All right, let's call it for what it is. Because normally you would have poured cream and a bucket load of cheese over those potato slices, and it really is not at all healthy. I did do a version of that in book 2, as I said, in the potato bake, but this is a little bit different. Now we're going to put in a teaspoon of garlic. You know, I'm all about giving you as many healthy options as I can, and you know, potato bake is such a traditional thing that we love in Aussie, you know, us Aussies. We want a tablespoon of the parmesan, 2 tablespoons of the soup mix. So you can see this is not really hard. And we're going to leave this cheese because that goes on the top later. And this is what I found. Let's beat it up. I've just found that when I do things like lasagnas or like this potato bake, instead of putting the cheese through the different layers where it gets a bit lost with everything, I chuck it on the top, because when you're eating it then you're getting that really great kick of cheese. And so you use less, and that way it's a lower saturated fat dish. And that's what I'm about. It's not about low fat, it's about having a low saturated fat diet. Now, if you're thinking, well, this dish, it serves enough for 8 as a side, and you're thinking, well, really there's only 2 of us at home, what I've done is I've actually, I think it's so good when you can convert them. So have a look at this recipe. You'll see that it's very easy to cut it in half, because instead of a kilo of potatoes, you do 500 grams, like half a teaspoon of garlic, you know, 1 tablespoon. Like you can really easily adapt it to half a batch. And that way you just get a serve for 4, and you can freeze it for 2 to 3 weeks, and it's fine, and it'll keep for days. So I just think it goes so good with anything that you love to eat. So let me clean up my little mess here. Now, how are we going? Oh, that's not too far away. And then we can finish it. So here's our dish ready to be poured over. Now, what I want you to do is think about it. I'm offering you the chance for 2 different prizes this week. That's right. So you can either win book 6, which is fabulous. It's the big book. It's got the masterclass in it. Or I'm going to give you the opportunity to choose between that or a box of shakes. So now, of course, there's the dairy-free for those fabulous people that need that. You know, this is great if you've got any issues, because really it's something that a lot of people have problems with now as they get older as well. I know my Billy, he's casein sensitive, and he really is excited about the vanilla shakes. He's been putting frozen mango in his, so he's very happy about that. But you've also got the chocolate, the creamy vanilla, and the iced coffee, which are the dairy ones, as well as now the new one. So you could even pick, and I'll tell you how to do that in a minute. All right, so let me get my little cloths. All right. Here we go. So there it is. Let me shut the microwave. Remember, I have preheated my oven to 180 degrees, so it's all ready. Just be careful when you take that up. Woo! Look at that steam. All right, so that's making it so much quicker for us. And now what we're going to do is we're going to just pour the milky mix over the potato. I mean, now you know why it's called quick and easy potato bake. Hello, you can't get much quicker than this with a potato bake. And I just kind of spread the little bits of the soup, the dry soup, you know, the onion mix around a little bit. So there we go. Now this goes as is into the oven, and you don't need to have foil on the top. So here's my cheese, and I say freshly grated because I really like the freshly grated opposed to the pre-grated because it's a bit clumpier, and I don't think it dissolves as well, you know, melts as well because it's a bit thicker. And I think they put stuff in it to keep it separated. So I like doing the fresh. There we go. Well, there's a little piece of cheese. Okay, so let's put that in the oven. That's not too hot. Let me open up my oven. So instead of an hour and a half now, I'm doing 30 minutes. Yep, 30 minutes or 35 depending. You know, you'll know when you go and check it at 30 if it needs a little bit longer. Yeah, so if you would like to win, here we go. You know what you've got to do on Thursdays. You've got to like, share, and in the comments you write hashtag Symply #2good, and I'll pick 3 people and you get to choose. What would you like? Book 6 or would you like a box of shakes? And don't forget the dairy free is out now on my website. And you know, if you're wondering, you can actually, let me show you, you can get single sachets if you want to give it a try. So there you go. All right, so let's see the finished product because we don't have time to wait 30 minutes for that to cook, do we, guys? So I did a half one this morning, or this mid-morning, just so you could see how it looks. So that's me halving the recipe, like I said, you know, you could do. And I'm just going to go around the edge. Now, the good news is this is 2.8 grams of fat. I know. How much do you reckon it is with the fat and the cream in it? Oh gosh, it just isn't a good option. So now I'm going to go down the middle because this is enough for 4 serves. Down here. So you know I'm generous with my serves because we want to make sure we get a good amount. And I'm going to go in, take that out. There is our potato bake. Oh, look at that beautiful sauce. Let's keep that there. So there it is. Quick and easy potato bake. Book 6. It's ready to go with some nice salad or veggies and your protein for dinner tonight. And remember, this is only, my gosh, 2.8 grams of fat a serve. So now if you want any more tips or recipes, you know where to go, simply2good.com.au. And at the end of the day, you're welcome. I mean, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? Now, this is a guilt-free potato bake, but on Tuesday, I'm going to show you another guilt-free recipe. And for those in lockdown, get your kids in. They can make this for dinner on the Tuesday night for you. And it can be classed as a cooking school lesson. And it's going to be the fettuccine carbonara. And that's in book 2. And it is so much lower in fat than the traditional. Like the potato bakes, you know what? It's how I roll. And on Thursday next week, because I'll be back in the kitchen with Maple again every Thursday for you at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to be going to Thailand, because we can't really go to Thailand at the moment. Let's do it in the kitchen, and I'm doing chicken laksa out of book 3, which is normally another one of those way high in fat dishes, and I'm converting for you. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous week. Melbourne, stay safe. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye now.